Hello, fellow Star Trek fans. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Clonestar Podcast. I am your host, Mike Overton, and this week I am joined by my wonderful friend from Ireland, the wonderful Joseph Hurley. Show, how are you doing this week, sir?
Too bad, Mike. Thank you very much for welcoming me on.
Now, we've got an awesome guest this week. It's taken us forever to get him on, but we are delighted to be joined by an actor who you may recognize from things such as Reacher and Hudson and Rex and the phenomenal game Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, Black Cop, The Expanse, Murdoch Mysteries, another great TV show of Warehouse 13. But, of course, we know him best as Lieutenant Commander Bryce in Star Trek Discovery. We are thrilled to finally welcome Ronnie Rowe Jr. to the show. Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us this week.
Guys, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure, and thank you for your patience. I appreciate you.
Now, Ronnie, straight away, we're jumping in with the world's worst question for you. We were discussing food before we started recording. Now, Ronnie, what is your favorite dish and why? Now, you said you were going to let inspiration take you here.
Yeah.
What is it?
My favorite dish, actually, I would say, I don't know if you guys know what chicken curry roti is.
I know the first two words.
Yeah. So it's roti is essentially, it's like a Trinidadian or a Guyanese.
It's like a flatbread.
Yes. So yes. It's kind of, I would liken it to a West Indian burrito.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, the most important thing is, Ronnie, can you make it and can you make it well?
No, I cannot make it. But that's why it's one of my favorite dishes, because I have to go out and get it. And if it was my favorite dish, I'd probably have it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good. I've been eating that every day. So
to be fair, I am now Googling images of, and it looks great.
It's delicious. It's like chicken. It has chicken, chickpeas, potato, curry gravy. And it's like this big football of a thing, and it's delicious. It's so good.
I think we found a new segment for the show. Ronnie Rowe suggests food. There it is, right there. 5-minute segments every week.
And MasterChef with Ronnie Rowe Jr.
Listen, chicken Alfredo's up there too. So but we'll go with roti first, and then chicken Alfredo. So yeah.
Wait a second. Chicken Alfredo? Do you put ginger into your chicken Alfredo?
No.
That was almost like that was an affront to you that I even asked you that question, Ronnie. In that situation,
no,
how fucking dare you? I'm out of here. This interview is over.
No, never. I'm so curious. I'm like, I would like to try. Listen,
yeah, why would you put ginger in it?
The recipe that we use has ginger, and then my fiance hates it, so that's the end of chicken Alfredo in the house as a result of it. Ronnie's there. There it is.
Maybe you take away the ginger. It may change. It may change.
No, you have to understand. Lorraine has to follow the exact recipe. If you take something out, you may as well just forget about it. So it stays in, and that's the way it is.
I'm so confused. I'm just thinking, it's normally just butter, cream, some nutmeg, cheese, chicken, and fettuccine or tagliatelle.
Oh wait, is it nutmeg instead of ginger? No, it's nutmeg. That's it.
Yeah, is it nutmeg? Yeah. Okay, that's why I'm.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, yeah, nutmeg. Nutmeg is delicious. Yeah. So I put that in my oatmeal.
Yeah.
You're in your oatmeal.
Oh yeah.
Ronnie, I thought we were going to be friends, Ronnie, and then like this whole thing of nutmeg and oatmeal. I can't.
Listen, if my mother makes you oatmeal porridge,
you eat it.
You eat it.
You'll be good. You'll be a fan, I promise.
Yeah.
Ronnie, where does the story start? Obviously, you didn't start as an actor straight out. Where did you start in terms of, say, what did you grow up kind of wanting to do? Was it a creative household you had, or what was it exactly?
Oh, man. Honestly,
see, there you go. Two tough questions to start the interview already, Ronnie. We mean business here. Like.
I feel like I'm in university again or something. Like this is crazy. My head hurts. Honestly, I wanted to be a basketball player.
Okay.
I loved basketball, and I played baseball as well. But I really thought I was going to be an athlete. But I can attribute a lot of my success in acting to my upbringing in sports, because it taught me, like basketball taught me like a lot about discipline. I used to get up early in the morning and take like 1,000 shots a day. So I was a pretty good shooter because of that, right? Like, so it taught me work ethic. So when I got introduced to acting, it was so easy and it was so individual. Like preparation is individual, but then you get to play with other people, like basketball. And so I love that. I love that I could just you get the reward of how much you put into what you do.
Yeah.
And like basketball and my athletic training really helped me be prepared and ready for the work that I had to put in with regards to my acting career.
Now, Ronnie, the question I have to ask you here is now, if you were playing basketball, what is the one shot in any game that you specifically remember that you hit the hoop for?
I think I would say
didn't we ask Zara a question like this, Mike, when we had her on?
We did, yeah.
She was very competitive with her sister. I remember that. Sorry, Ronnie, go for it.
Is Zara B?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Zara's amazing. I played some pickup hoops with her too. Yeah.
Very competitive woman, and you're not going to beat her. I can guarantee
she
that.
is. She's super competitive. I would say, I think what I remember the most with basketball are the one-on-one competitions I used to have with like my best friends and my cousins, and we used to take that so seriously, like to the point where if one of us lost, we probably wouldn't talk to each other for like a day or something like that. So like anytime I got the one up on my friends in one-on-one King's Court, yeah, that's always gloating rights. Yeah, bragging rights for sure.
Now, Ronnie, the question I have for you then in this situation right here is that if any of your friends or cousins are watching this right now, who was the best basketball player out of everybody?
You're looking at him guys, they can't defend themselves, so
to the friends of Ronnie and cousins, if you're watching this right now, press pause and text him immediately and call him out, or just go straight to the comment section. We don't mind, whichever way you want to say it. Screen
recorded, and remember, because if you don't, I will, and I'll send it to you guys. Love you.
So when at what point then did you switch from sport over to acting, or was there kind of an overlap there, Ronnie, in that situation?
Well, it's interesting. I kind of got thrown into acting in grade 6. Our grade 6 teacher, he was just Mr. Baumgartner. I'll never forget. I think it was Ken Baumgartner, I think his name was. But he forced everybody from grade 6, everyone from grade 6 to grade 8 to take part in musical theater. So because of him, I was able to do plays like Les Mis, Oliver Twist, Grease. I might be like the first black Danny Zuko out there, but
what is it with schools and Grease? Because I was in Grease at school as well.
It's a classic. Grease is amazing. The Sound of Music, but so I started acting in grade 6, and it was interesting because I remember the first time I got like lines, I looked at them and I was like, how am I remembering this? Like I'd be looking at them like, this is crazy. Like I actually remember this. This is nuts. And I did act up until like my last year of high school, and then I went and played basketball in Calgary, Alberta. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was playing out there, and I was halfway through a season, and I was just like, you know what, this isn't working out. So I came back to Toronto, and I just started working. I was doing like random jobs. I was a personal trainer for a while. And one of the guys that I worked with was into acting. And he's like, hey, man, I'm going to do this acting workshop. He's like, are you down? I'm like, yeah, sure. Let's go. And side note, one of my best friends, like all throughout my whole life, he was always like, Ronnie, I think you should be an actor. Like, she's like, yo, Ronnie, I think you should be an actor. I'm like, whatever. So now I come to this point where this guy's inviting me to this workshop, and I go to the workshop, and we did our little thing. I think it was from this play called Fun, super fun play. And there was an agent in the audience, and the agent came up to me, and she's like, hey, do you have an agent? I'm like, no. And she's like, well, you do now. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, cool, awesome, and then
100%.
and that's really how I got started, and then when I seen that, because I didn't even really know that you could make a career out of acting, to be quite honest. Like, I knew that there were actors, but I didn't know that, like, I didn't know how to get into it or anything like that. So, right place, right time, got an agent, and the rest is history.
Now, Ronnie, I have a question for you straight away. Now, we've very much glanced over it, but we have to come back to it. Grease. How good is your singing voice?
I mean, puberty and stuff like that may have distorted it a little bit, but I could hold the note. I won't do that to you guys right now, but like
Ronnie, we wouldn't mind at all if you wanted to give us a small bit of Danny Zuko.
But I mind, guys. But I mind. But the shower gets a whole bunch of my vocal cords. So
the best room in the house for singing.
I'm telling you, the acoustics are great. So, but yeah.
So we're not going to get a performance from Ronnie then. This is not what was contractually obligated here. We just take the contract for the appearance.
We'll have to get on to Derek for that, because
very disappointing.
Exactly. Talk to Derek about that, but maybe Doug might give you a little something. Doug's always.
See, I've had Doug singing. When I was in Vegas a couple of years ago, I was very fortunate. I managed to grab some time with Doug and David together, which was an experience in itself, because those two were just.
Those are like two of the best huggers I've ever, honestly, hands down.
Yeah,
those two people, like, if you're feeling sad or something like that, hug Doug or David, and life changes. Life changes.
But yes, I had Doug sing to me, so
he will, and he'll pet your head while he does it. He's
kiss a cheek and everything.
Yeah.
And Ronnie, what are you going to do for us here? Like Doug petted his head and gave him a hug. Like, do you know what I mean? What's going on here?
The same.
I can't compete with that.
No, but hang on. What we do is, I do have, after the last few weeks, Ronnie, we do have a new question that comes in at the end of the podcast, which even Mike hasn't seen yet. So we will be getting you to do something specific that you cannot turn down in that situation. So you have to live in fear for the next while until we get to that question as well.
That's amazing. That's so kind of you.
I know, yeah, it's great, isn't it? Why wouldn't you want to come on a show with us in this situation?
So kind of you to just crank up the anxiety. I can't wait.
Yeah. So, Ronnie, at this point now, you have an agent. What happens next in this situation? Are you kind of there going, like, forget all this like personal training stuff and all this kind of thing? Like, that's it. The aim is to win an Oscar, to win an Emmy, whatever the case may be. Or were you there going, nope, straight to the stage? That's what I want to do.
Yeah, no, I was ready to just jump right in. But I needed to eat, so I still had to definitely work and do the personal training thing. But what it did is it reconnected me with theater again. So I was able to do like a lot of theater work, which I think anybody that wants to get into acting or acts, like there's nothing like theater. Yep. Like it's amazing. And it's because of the stakes. I think I love theater because the stakes are so high. You can't make a mistake. There's no cut. But then you have the interaction of the audience. So I think my time in theater really helped hone my artist. I really learned how to be a good artist doing theater, because I had to, again, combine my background with basketball and athletics. And I learned repetition, the power of repetition. And I used to just put headphones in my ear, and I would pre-record my lines, and I would just, everywhere I went, I would just be doing lines. Like, I'd be walking my dog and I'm just doing lines. I'm like in the shower, I'm doing lines. And what it did was I got to the point where lines actually started to play me. So I would be on, it's the craziest experience ever. But I got to the point where I'd be on stage and I'm having commentary in my head, but I'm in the scene.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, do I know what I'm going to say? And then all of a sudden, all these words just start flying out of my mouth. And I'm just like, this is crazy.
It's like when you drive, you don't actually think about where you're going. You just go where you're going. I'm guessing it's the same kind of thing. Your subconscious is just going, these are the lines, and you don't even think about it
at all. Like at all. Like you're just there. I was just there for the ride, and my body was just doing whatever it wanted to. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, let me just drop back in, and it was a really interesting experience. I don't know if I've ever experienced that with film and television. Like, I'm always there, I'm always present, but like to the point of repetition with lines and a character, to the point where it's now part of me, and like I just go blank. Like, I'm just like, and then I'm like, what just happened? Like, I'm getting changed in my change room. I'm just like, I don't even know what happened. People are like, oh my gosh. I'm like, man, okay, great, amazing.
Thanks.
Glad you had a good time.
So, Ronnie, in this situation, it sounds like you'd exist in your own head a bit. And like, there seems to be an element of like that you enjoy this challenge, as you said, with the basketball and things like that. And like, as you said, an actor on stage, there is no plan B. Like, if everything goes wrong, like, it's fucking right there for everyone to see. And all that.
Yeah, you burned the boat.
Exactly. So do you enjoy that challenge? Does that kind of propel you to kind of say, you know what, I can do this, that you're acting on adrenaline? Then if you were in a safe zone, you'd probably make mistakes. But when the stakes are higher, do you respond to that better?
I think because of the practice with the high stakes, I could then incorporate that into the work on film and television. But there's something about those stakes though that I really enjoy. Because like I would even take challenges of even Black Cop. So Black Cop, I actually got the script 2 weeks before we went to camera. But I was in every scene of that film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like the amount of time I had to put into that just to be prepared to take it off the page was a lot, but I wanted that challenge. You know, so yeah, I just like to challenge myself. It's like, I think us as people, it's just great to see what you're capable of. And we don't know unless we're pressed up against the wall or we're put in a corner to actually see what you can do. So theater did that for me. It really stretched me to see what I was capable of and get out of a comfort zone. I think sometimes when you have cut or, okay, hold on, you can chill a little bit, but like when you know there's no cut, you're like, I don't want to suck. So let me make sure I know what the heck I'm doing out here and make it good for people to enjoy. So yeah, I enjoy the stakes, and that's part of the job is to find the stakes. So like even with Discovery, like the stakes were always high, especially when something was happening on the bridge. Like the stakes were high, and we had to, thankfully for theater, I was able to always go there because it's something that I've done before, so.
It's interesting. We had Robert Peckhoff on the show a couple of weeks ago, so he narrates quite a lot of the audiobooks out there, but he's also on Broadway on Moulin Rouge at the moment. Mm-hmm. And we were asking about being on stage, and he said the best bit of advice he ever got was like, in terms of say, how does he maintain his level of performance? And the advice he got was like, somebody is walking in here for the very first time, having never seen a show, never seen anything. They're going to leave with an impression of what all this is about because of your performance. And then conversely, you are going to encounter someone and it's their last time that they will ever be to see a show, ever see a performance. And you want to leave them with that. And I was fascinated by that because it puts a massive edge on the performance, because like in a lot of things we can coast, we can just relax, we can do this, we can do that, but when you're up there on stage, like if you're not selling it, everyone's going to feel it and everyone's going to know it. Like say for instance, if you work in a call center, totally different obviously, but like the difference between an enthusiastic person and someone who just does not give a flying fuck. And when you're up on stage, Ronnie, as you said, all eyes are on you. They're on every intonation. They're in every kind of like every expression in your face, every way you say a word and things like that. So from a mental health point of view, Ronnie, how do you kind of deal with that? How do you kind of like put in your own expectations on yourself, match them, but at the same time find a way to be relaxed in the situation?
I think that's where you have to be present. You have to be present and you have to trust your preparation. So at a certain point, I knew what I had to say, right? So now actually, it's not that hard because I put everything on the person in front of me. And I just try to honor the truth of what's happening and put everything on my scene partner, because now I'm just reacting off of you. So whatever you give me, even if it's not enough, I'm gonna get pissed off and I'm gonna make that feel, you know what I mean?
And that's gonna fuel everything else that's coming.
Yeah. I'm gonna use everything that I can to put into this performance. But very much like what Robert was saying, it's treating every performance like it's your first one. And it's like the worst thing you could try to do is try to recreate something that happened from another performance. You know what I mean? You just have to show up, and every performance is going to be different, but you have to be okay with that. But you just have to make it as fresh and be as honest as possible. And I think that's another thing. You build this endurance with theater, you know? And again, it helps so much with regards to film and television, because sometimes we're doing Fraturdays where we're going Friday into Saturday morning, and we're just doing these scenes over and over, and we're supposed to be high stakes and scared, and you're like, oh God, you know, you want to fall asleep, and so, you know, like, again, like that training of just doing a show over and over and over again, and knowing how to put yourself over here and be here for the art and for everyone that's watching, or just the crew, is, yeah, it's an art form.
So just in terms of, say, the theatre, what would you say, if you were looking back, as your favourite performance on stage? One specific one. Ronnie's there, for fuck's sake, I didn't sign up for this. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, obviously, there's no softball questions here at all. Like.
I just finished eating, man. But I would say it was in a like a black box theater. So probably sat maybe 65 people. But it was a play called Jesus Hopped the A Train by Stephen Adley Gurgis. Oh yeah, it's Mike's face. Marla, hello?
Yeah, not one I'm familiar with. I'll say that much.
I don't think it's been on the West End in London, Mike. I suspect it hasn't been.
That'd be why then.
But the writer Stephen Adley Gurgis, it's a very dense play. So yeah, the dense play, but it's so musical, like it's beautiful. But it was such a memorable experience, because like we would pack the house to the point where people were almost on my set. So like I played a character, his name is Lucas Jenkins, and he was on death row. So he's actually a serial killer. Yeah. And so what he's trying to do is...
Wait a second. Sorry, Ronnie. This is a musical, right?
No.
I swore you said it was a musical.
No, you said it was quite musical, as in...
Yeah. No, I was like, it's a musical piece, or I found the musicality in it. Oh, gosh. I'm out of focus, guys. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
But,
it's fine.
It's... I forgot. I lost my train of thought.
You were saying people were nearly on the stage sitting on top of you.
Right. So it was so immersive. Like, so I had a cell, and then there would be people to my right, and I'm doing my thing, and people's like feet are like they're right here. They're like right here. And again, like to keep that focus and stay in and stay present in what you're doing. And it was such a physical play too. Like I'd be doing push-ups, I'd be running on the spot. I said the Old Testament of the Bible backwards. I think I haven't looked at those. I haven't looked at that, but I could probably still do the Old Testament backwards because of how ingrained that thing was in my head.
Now, Ronnie, why did you say that on this podcast?
Malachi, Zechariah, Haggai, Zephaniah, Habakkuk, Nahum, Micah, Jonah, Obadiah, Amos, Joel, Hosea, Daniel, Ezekiel, Lamentations, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ecclesiastes, Proverbs, Psalm, Isaiah, Chronicles 2, Chronicles 1, Kings 2, Kings 1, Samuel 2, Samuel 1, Ruth, Judges, Joshua, Deuteronomy, Numbers, Leviticus, Exodus, Genesis.
Do you know what we're going to do? When we release this episode, Mike is going to superimpose these words, and as you say them, they're going to come up with a ding next to it that you're getting them right and in order.
Yeah.
Like a game show. Yeah.
Yeah, I think pretty accurate. But yeah. But again, like that's how much I was like hammering that stuff into my head. I could remember some of the monologues. I ain't gonna do one right now, but the anxiety, my anxiety is through the roof right now. Like man, I'm clenching my butt. You guys have no idea. I'm just clenching my butt right now. I'm like, oh, what are they gonna ask me to do now?
We have achieved what we need to achieve, Ronnie. Then, if that's exactly how you feel right now, that's the aim of our entire podcast. What would you say would, if for want of a better term, Ronnie, what would you say was your big break? If you were to look at it and say, what was your big break? Outside of obviously your performance getting an agent and things like that, but what would you say was the one that really kind of set you into a stage where people were there going, that's Ronnie Rowe?
I would say there's two things. There's one that was a big break for me, but I don't know if it resulted in a career change at the moment.
Yeah. And
then there was like Black Cop. So I would say Black Cop was the one that like where people are like, oh wow, like this guy could be a leading man and stuff like that. We premiered at TIFF, the Toronto International Film Festival. So I think that was the one where people are like, oh wow, like that's
how did
cool.
Black Cop come about then, Ronnie?
It was actually director-writer Corey Bowles. We worked together on a short that he did while he was a resident at the Canadian Film Center. And he always said, hey man, like we're gonna work together again. I'm like, all right, cool. And
that's such an Irish way to say that, Ronnie. Like if an Irish person says like, oh yeah, right, yeah, cool, that is us saying no. Like that's like
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I was like, I was like, yeah, sure. But 5 years later, he approached me and he's like, hey man, I got the script, and he's like, but we're gonna shoot in 2 weeks. And I was like, and he's like, yeah, but you're the lead. Every scene, I was like,
100%. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, no problem.
I don't mind.
Yeah, like there's no problem.
Yeah.
Do you need me to sing in this performance?
Yeah. Like, I did jive and stuff like that too, though. It's like, so I would say that was like a turning point in my career. Just like, even with like casting directors and people around the city and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. But for me, I think one of those big moments was I did a play called A Bullet for Adolf. And it was written and directed by Woody Harrelson. Yeah. So it just so happened. I'm trying to get this focus back. Hey, I'm back. There it is. I just gotta put my face right in the camera,
Look at that.
It's good.
Technology is great when it works.
Yeah. So Woody Harrelson came to Toronto, wanted to direct this play that he's always wanted to direct, and funny enough, it was for non-union actors, and I was non-union at the time, so I got to work with Woody Harrelson, and got to spend like 4 months with him. Super cool dude. Still in contact with him to this day. But because what happened was Woody was like, "Hey man, he's like, you're good," and that vote of confidence from someone that I respected so much really changed my outlook on what I can do in the industry. And it was crazy because there was this whole full circle moment where I did this film called Man from Toronto with Woody Harrelson and Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm.
And it was during COVID, and I had a mask on, and I hadn't talked to Woody at this time for maybe 2 or 3 years. And I had my mask on, and I'm like, hey man, do you remember me? He's like, you're wearing a mask. I don't even know what you look. and I pulled out my mask, like Ronnie, and I was just like, so. It was a really cool full circle moment to come and reconnect with them, and so yeah, like we're reconnected now. But
Now, Ronnie, I do have to say though, you do have a magnificent smile. Like
I
I'm being
appreciate it.
very
Thank you.
serious when I say that as well. Ronnie, what are some of the most important things you learned from Woody Harrelson?
To be prepared. He's like yo, Ronnie, like you're really good when you know what you're saying, like when you know the words. He's like, if you have those words in you, you're good to go. And I was like, okay. And I think that's part of the reason why I took preparation so seriously, because like, again, he didn't have to say the stuff that he did, but like he did, and it stuck. But yeah, he was like, just know the words. Like, know the words and have fun.
And just in terms of you were saying about like being a big kind of vote and positive for your self-confidence in general, you come across as a very confident individual. And as I said, like if I think of Ronnie Rowe Jr., I think of one thing and one thing only: Ronnie Rowe's smile, because Ronnie has always my biggest smile. But is that like, do you have a good level of confidence? Do you suffer a bit of imposter syndrome now and again, or what is it like for you?
I think we all do in moments. I think when I got into acting, I had imposter syndrome. Like I knew I had what it takes. I knew I had talent, but there's so many people that went to school for it and stuff like that, and that made me like feel like I was an imposter. So I wanted to honor the craft. And again, like that's why I was so devout to working as hard as I did, because I wanted to honor the ones before me and the work that they put in, maybe in their school process. I wanted to put that into my process as well. So I still did like a bunch of classes. I worked with a lot of great acting coaches that were pupils of Stanford Meisner and like some of these great acting coaches and teachers. But on a whole, like my confidence is pretty good. But yeah, like there's definitely moments of imposter syndrome, especially in the beginning of my acting career. But I think that's where work ethic, will really close that gap. And once you can trust your preparation, then the confidence will always come back. And I think my preparation is second. Like I will work my butt off always, always.
And Ronnie,
always.
when you were cast in as the lead in Black Up, how was it to feel? Was there an element of, well, there obviously was an element of pressure, not only that you were the lead, but you were in every scene. How did you kind of take that on?
No, actually, I I relished in that. I feel at that point when Black Cop came along, I was so hungry to be great, and I wanted the opportunity to prove myself. I wanted, even with a restraint of time and everything, I wanted people to think that I had months of preparation, even though I had 2 weeks. So the the challenge to do that, I'm like, yo, could I pull this off? Like, could people think that, like, not even have any clue that I didn't have much time to really work this? And yeah, there's no pressure. I was actually excited. I was like, I was up for the challenge, because I'm the type of person, I'm like, tell me I can't and I'll show you I can.
Do you know what, Ronnie? I don't think you can sing a song from Greece on this podcast right now.
I got chills.
There we
multiplying.
Nailed it.
He did it.
Don't
He did it.
you
Guys.
see? You proved me right too, dang it. But yeah, don't you dare tell me I can't do something.
Oh wait,
don't
Ronnie,
you do that, so
we have a question later on. Don't you worry about that. It'll be the ultimate. Can you or can't you? That's the one that's coming up here now. This situation.
Yeah, well, I'm scared. I'm scared.
And at this point, then, Ronnie, kind of like, you've been in Black Op, you've been the lead in that, you've worked with Woody Harrelson and things like that. Where do you think you're going now at this point in your career? Not as in this point right now in 2026. I mean, at that point, after you've done Black Op, you've just worked with Woody Harrelson. Where do you think you're going?
I thought the future was promising, and I think one advantage that I had was my outlook. Like I'm a pretty optimistic person. I'm a pretty positive person, and so I think that that helps a lot. Like and I have faith. Like I have a relationship with God, and I'm just like I trust that good things could happen when you believe in yourself and you're a good person. Like, you know what I mean? I just really try to um to exude positivity and believe in myself. And I think when I had those things, I knew that I was going to put myself in situations to succeed, and it worked out that way,
And in terms of, then say, how important is your faith to you?
It's everything. It's my backbone, because like when all else fails, when people like people will let you down, even your best friends, inadvertently, like not even on purpose, like life just gets at people. But I could always just talk to the big guy in the sky and just pour my heart out to him and just be like, listen, I need someone to talk to, and he's always listening. You know what I mean? And always shows up, like always shows up for me, like honestly. And I think because I really try to walk in the example that's been given, like my life has been pretty decent, and I think that even my interactions with people, like it's been a decent interaction because of the example I've been given, because of my faith. So it's big, man. Like honestly, it doesn't matter how high or how low I go. Like I have this thing that keeps me grounded, to know that I'm not better than anybody. That I'm blessed to be where I am. And just to really be thankful for every day. Like the fact, like I get to talk to you guys right now, and again, I'm so sorry it took so long, but I'm like, even the fact that I get to have this conversation with you guys and even talk about my relationship with God is a blessing in itself. So I'm just like, yeah, man, I'm thankful. Very,
I'm
very
just
thankful.
curious, in any previous interviews you've ever done, Ronnie, have you like sang a song from Greece and spoke about your faith in the same
No,
interview?
you guys are doing it right now. You guys are doing it. You got me clenching my butt, singing.
Well, I tell you what, you might have to clench it a bit harder because,
Oh boy.
well, let's talk about the legacy of Ahura.
Oh man.
Now, obviously, this is something that you're appearing in at the Beyond Ahura event to discuss
Yeah.
Afrofuturism. Is that? I have got
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Right.
That's exactly. Yeah, yeah. This Wednesday coming up. Oh yeah, I wasn't ready for this, but yeah.
Yeah. We've done our research.
My goodness.
In what ways do you think that, Nichelle's legacy influenced your own approach, not just as a actor as a whole, but also specifically a Starfleet officer? So it's a double barrel question.
Ronnie, you're not here for the easy questions like this.
Yeah, listen, this is good. Like my brain is working. Honestly, just the strength. She exuded such a strength, um, and a proudness. And you did one thing I love about Star Trek, just on a whole, is that there is there's just what you see. Like it's just a person, or like it's like there's no color, there's no species, there's just this person. And I feel like she really exemplified that. You know what I mean? Like she just stood in her power and was just so eloquent and beautiful, but powerful. And representation. I think again, that's the beautiful thing about these Star Trek conventions
Yes.
is the unity, the acceptance. Like there's this beautiful acceptance at these conventions. It's like every time I go, it's one of the most humbling experiences that I have. Um, because like in the grand scheme of things, you know, Bryce wasn't Captain Pike.
No.
No, Bryce wasn't Burnham. But there's not one time that I went to a Star Trek convention that I didn't feel like my character had the importance of those captains, you know? And so what Michelle did was just allow me to dream,
Hmm.
you know, to know that you know, someone that looks like me can be out here and be part of something great, like something grand, something cosmic. You
I
know,
mean, I don't know if you've been watching Starfleet Academy at all,
no, not
but
yet, not yet. But a bunch of the crew is still there.
so last week's episode, we saw the first gay Klingon on
Mm,
television, which
wow.
is something that I think if you said to a lot of people would never happen.
Yeah, I'd
Yet
be
it's
like,
something that,
what?
I mean, I never thought I would ever get to see. And as a gay man, that to me is incredible.
Yeah,
And I think I think you hit the nail on the head that the representation within Star Trek is absolutely unparalleled.
it's 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 a beautiful thing. I think I said it at one of the conventions. I was like, if the world could emulate what these conventions are, man, we would be in a completely different place.
I mean,
You know,
I've been to all kinds of conventions. I've been to Star Trek conventions. I've been to Comic Cons, and I always find that things like Comic Con and that it can be a bit dicey because there's so many different things there.
so many pieces.
But when you get to a Star Trek convention,
It's
it's almost
different.
like the air gets lighter.
It's different.
And
It's
everyone is awesome at a Star Trek convention. I think it's the only way of saying it.
and that's why I was like, if the world could emulate
Yeah.
what this is, I'm like, it's the acceptance, the openness, um, the through line of love. Like, you know, like everybody's just it's it's almost like a make-believe place
Yes.
that you go to.
It's like its own little bubble.
Honestly, like it doesn't feel like a real place.
No.
But yeah, and that's why I keep on saying humbling. It's such a humbling experience to be at like a Star Trek convention. Like, and that's why that's why I specify like a Star Trek convention.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, honestly. It's what I feel like we should exude in the world. I think
Yeah.
that's a beautiful thing about Star Trek is that it's a place for everybody to feel seen.
Yeah. It doesn't
Um,
matter whether doesn't matter if you're black, white, gay, straight. It doesn't, disabled, abled. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you are a person, and that's what's important.
and that's exactly it. So, like the amount of hugs that I get at Star Trek conventions, it's yeah, I have nothing but great experiences. Like I think my first one was in Vegas, and it was life-changing. Like honestly, I was so overwhelmed. Like I I remember like one of the nights in the hotel, like I was so overwhelmed. Like I was just like to tears because I'm just like
Yeah.
this is different. Like this is different, man.
I
I'm
have to
like
say, Vegas is quite an experience.
it's it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and the freedom.
Mm.
Like there's this two words that pop up to me are love and
Yeah.
freedom. You know, like you're free to be yourself. Like I like people are coming in different like changes of uniform. I'm like it's so epic. You know what I mean?
Do you see yourself as a role model, Ronnie?
Man.
So,
Well, hang on a
fuck's
second.
sake, why does he ask that question?
Hang on. Let me spin that around for a second. So,
Stay with me.
your work, whether that is Black Cop or The Porter, it intersects Black history and social justice. Now, do you feel personally responsible for representation when you choose these roles?
I like to be aware of what it is or how someone can be portrayed,
Mm-hmm.
but also I think that's also part of my job to what I infuse into the character.
Yeah.
Because so even if it's a bad guy doesn't think he's a bad guy.
No,
You,
it's
you
all
know,
perspective, isn't it?
honestly, and I think everybody has a story, and it's like, what is the driving factor to what made this person make these choices to get them to where they are, and just empathizing with that. And I think one thing that I try to do with all my characters is to find the heart in them. Um, yeah, because I think innately everything is driven by love or loss of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
The more you get hurt is the more callous you get, but it's because you've lost love. And your drive for something will be heightened because of the pursuit of love or trying to be loved.
Yeah.
So I do try to be aware of the roles and the characters that I get to play, but I've been so blessed to get some really dope characters, and yeah, for them to just kind of be of a decent representation of me and my culture.
So your panel then about Afrofuturism, you're going to have to explain it to me because I don't actually know what it is. So I apologize. So if you had to explain it in a sentence, what is it?
I think it's more infusing positivity and motivation for how people see themselves going forward in the future and fitting into it. So I think it's just a fancy way of, like, honestly inspiring people to know that they have an opportunity to be part of what is coming and where things are going. If I could simplify it in the most simplest terms, is really just infusing inspiration and motivation to know that there's a place for you.
What does that future look like to you then?
Star Trek?
Well,
no, like, yeah, the future. Like,
we can hope.
Yeah, it is just empathy. I think just more empathy. I think that's what we lack sometimes in empathy and kind conversations. I think a lot of times we're misunderstood, or people are misunderstood because we don't have conversations and open conversations with empathy.
Yeah.
I think.
But do you find, Ronnie, because I know you mentioned earlier on that when you're talking about your faith and like sometimes having a conversation with the big guy upstairs and things like that, do you think that, I suppose, even specifically on a male side, that we don't talk about how we feel enough, and we don't speak with empathy enough and listen with empathy enough?
Absolutely. No, because it's like this construct that we've been brought into, right? Like, men aren't taught how to freely feel. Like, as soon as you feel something, don't be soft, or you can't cry, and it's like, I can't. Like, and then so, like, there's all this repressed stuff. Like, you walk around with like this unflexible way of expressing and feeling because you're told you're not supposed to. I think it's a pandemic actually. I think there's a lot of men like even in older ages they look like they function well, but man, like if you prod them into like something with emotion or feeling,
Yeah.
you start acting all weird and like it's tough, but I think it's something that we really need to talk about because we feel. I think men actually feel more than women do sometimes.
But like Ronnie, why do you think that you are a man of empathy, of being willing to open up and talk, than say maybe even some of your friends wouldn't be? Say, why? What do you think has set you apart and be able to say access that part of your say inner soul, inner being?
I think because my path has allotted me permission. But I've always been I've always been a super sensitive, expressive being. Like that's just me. Like you could ask my mother, family functions, I'm going to all the aunties and I'm kissing and hugging everybody. I'm trying to kiss the men, but then they're looking at me like I'm a weirdo.
What are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? Yo, you can't do that. Like especially like in a West Indian culture. Oh my gosh! They're like, yo, what are you doing? Like. But that's always been me. Like I was that guy that I'd be playing Little League and I'd lose and I'd be crying. Like I'm like like that was me. And it's like I'm so thankful for acting because it gave me permission to really express all of these emotions that I had. And I don't feel any way about it. Like listen, I'll watch a movie and I'll start crying. Man, I'll watch some Instagram stuff. I'm like, just.
Yep, we've all been there. We've all been there.
It's like
Hey,
that.
listen, I don't feel. I think there is strength and power in vulnerability, and I think where men struggle right now is allowing vulnerability, because I think vulnerability opens access to intimacy.
Yeah.
Right? And until you can be vulnerable, a person's only going to get so deep. You know what I mean? Because you have to open up, right? You have to. So yeah, I think because I've been given permission, but I think it's innately who I am. I'm just this. I'm an empath by nature. Like I feel things, and like I write poetry. Like that. That's me. I've always like get out of here, show. Get out of here, man. Like show
Ronnie,
always thinking about something.
You
stay over there.
You have to recite, Ronnie. I bet you can't recite a poem to me right now that you wrote.
That's not gonna work this time.
Being there, try that.
but I'll say, I just hope that men are allotted or give themselves permission to feel, to express, but also feel safe in that. I think that's another thing is men don't feel safe because of how they may be perceived, if doing that.
Yep.
And I don't care. You know what I mean? But it takes time. It takes time to get to that place too, where like, hey, like, yeah, man, I cry. Like, if you don't, wow, you're amazing. But like,
I disagree with that. I don't think you're amazing if you don't cry.
No,
I think if you don't cry, there's something wrong.
100%. And like that's the truth. Like I'm a human being. Like I feel. And so yeah, you're absolutely right. It's not amazing. Like so I just want to be, if I'm gonna be a role model of anything, it's of being a human being and a good one. And letting people know that you're supposed to feel things, you're supposed to hurt, you're supposed to cry.
Yeah.
Like that's what colors us as human beings. So yeah.
Ronnie, How did Star Trek come into your life? Were you a fan of the show before you got cast in it, or were you there going, "What the hell is this Star Trek thing?"
I used to dabble in Next Generation. So the fact that I got to work with Jonathan was pretty epic to me. Because he directed a bunch of the episodes that we
Yep.
did. But it's interesting. I came on as a day player. So if you look at my credits, it's a shuttle pilot and then communications officer. So um Akiva Goldman was EPing at that time. So I came in as a shuttle pilot, did my thing, and he's like, pretty much like my acting, like the acting workshop. He's like, you're good. He's like, you're good.
He's a good
like,
shuttle pilot.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, and then I remember one of the actors was like, I think he's gonna bring you back. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, sure.
He's doing the Irish. He's doing the Irish yes again, Ronnie. Yeah, sure thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure, of course he is. I'll believe it when I see him. Yeah.
And it happened. It happened. I got a call and they're like, hey, they actually want to bring you back. I'm like, all right, cool. Doing what? They're like, oh, actually on the bridge. I was like, what? They're like, yeah. I'm like, the bridge is where everything it happened. Yeah. I was like, yeah, how many episodes? Just like, yeah, they actually want you to be the communications officer. And then that's when I just thought of like Michelle, and I'm like, oh man, that's the what? I thought I was gonna be speaking a lot more dialects. I was hoping I was gonna be, doing some more dialect stuff, but yeah, that's how it happened. It's I started off as a day player, and they called me back, and I got to be with the franchise for a few seasons, which was epic.
Who would have been kind of the people that you would have kind of connected to most then, Ronnie?
With Next Generation?
No, on the crew itself, as in when you were working on Discovery, like in the cast, who were your kind of main friends? Everyone.
Honestly, that the experience on Discovery was so interesting because everybody was amazing. Like, and we say it all the time, like, because people see us like at convention and be like, "Oh, you guys look like you really like each other." It's because we did. like we really did. Like we do like games nights, like at Saniqua's or like Anthony's. Like we were always doing stuff. So I connected with everybody. Like in between takes, we were all just everybody's just talking. Like it's this big hub of like just conversations, one big one or like little small ones. Like it was always like that. It was never a time when it wasn't like people weren't talking or conversing or just like laughing with each other. Like Mary Wiseman, like me and Mary we used to get at each other all the time. Yeah, like everybody was just so amazing. So I can't say one person in particular. It's just everybody really got along. And I promise you, if you ask anybody on Discovery, they'll probably say the same thing.
How much do you stay in touch with each other?
Like I still stay in touch with Doug every so often, Sarah, Patrick. I'm gonna see Raven on Wednesday. She's gonna be on the panel.
Okay, so we can get the lowdown then when we speak to Raven about how the panel went.
Yeah, for sure. She'll probably give you a better definition of Afrofuturism than I did. Like
you can big us up, Ronnie, when you meet her. You can say, "Listen, don't try and challenge them because they'll challenge you straight back to do."
Yeah. 100%. You'll be clenching your butt all day, like during that. But yeah, like I stay in touch with a good amount of the people, man. Like it's all love. If I ever see anybody else, it's just love. It's like a really good time, and I'm so thankful for Saniqua as well. Like just she was such a great number one. Like I learned so much from her. She's so so humble but fierce.
Yeah.
But I think the one thing that really stood out was like her kindness and her ability to acknowledge everybody. Like everybody. It didn't matter like if you're the head producer or like the janitor that was in the studio. She was saying hi. She was and having like a legit conversation, not just like hey, like actually like connecting with you. She was amazing. So I think a lot of why we connected the way we did was because she was such a great connector.
And Ronnie, I'd say you're the type of person that after any performances, whatever the case may be, that you try and like look at it and say, what do I take away from this and things like that. After your time on Discovery, what did you learn about yourself, or where do you think you improved, or whatever the case may be?
I think what I took away from Discovery, and it's because of the community why I learned this and my interactions at the Star Trek conventions was that there's no such thing as a small role. Like sometimes as an actor, you're like, oh yeah, I want to be the center of attention and all that, but
Yep.
so like there's a greater good and a bigger purpose sometimes, and it's not always about you. And I think that was like one of the major things that I took away is that it's actually never about me, to be quite honest. But there's no small roles and there's no person that's not important. And I learned that because of the conventions. Like, like in my actor ego guy might have been like, oh man, like, I'm oh my gosh, I'm just, nah. But going to this convention, I'm just like, what the heck? I'm like, I feel so special right now. Like, like this is crazy. So again, and so I always say humbling. It just highlighted the importance of acknowledgement. Like, I can't stress that enough. The importance of acknowledgement, and just hearing people be like, oh man, like what you do. I'm like, what the for real? Yeah. It's just, man, people made me feel like $1 million. Like it was so humbling. I love Trekkies, man. They are like some of the best people I've ever come across. Like,
And if you were looking back on your time, then be it even on screen or behind the scenes and things like that, Ronnie, what would be the one memory specifically of Discovery that you kind of think back to most and say that was brilliant?
I've There's definitely more than one. Um,
And I'm going to make you pick the number one, Ronnie, because I'm an absolutely horrible person who's done this to you the entire interview long
yeah,
and ask you the
yeah,
tough
yeah,
questions.
yeah, you are. Uh, I would say one of the episodes that like really sticks out to me the most was when Arium died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it was so real. It was so real because like Hannah was playing um Arium at that point,
Yeah.
and like that was gonna be the her final, like, yo, that wasn't acted. Like I was bummed, man. Like I was like, oh, and I think everybody felt that way. Like it was just there's like this heaviness, and it's it what it did was it was a precursor to the mortality of the series,
Yep.
if that makes sense. So it's like, oh man, at a certain point, like this whole thing is gonna be this. Like that's. That's crazy. So yeah, that for so many reasons. But yeah, the I would say the Arium, when we had the funeral for Arium was probably one of the ones that hit me.
I
How
still
did
get
you
emotional when that episode comes on.
Oh man, yeah, oh yeah, like yeah, it was heavy. Yeah, it was
just
yeah.
going off the heavy team? What was it like when it all ended, Ronnie? Did you have kind of one kind of thing when you all met up together to say goodbye to each other?
That final
Um,
scene.
yeah, yeah, and again, like that one too,
Mm,
but that one was memorable, but I'm like the heaviness of the death of Arium was like I was like, oh my gosh, but it's like the ending of the series, you knew that there's still going to be something after, like because now there's Starfleet Academy and stuff like that. But so that was beautiful to just see everybody again, because I went to something else, but yeah, that was definitely a memorable one too. But yeah, the Arium one, man, that like just thinking about it right now, I'm just like, yeah.
We nearly have Mike. He might actually start crying. We might actually have him in that situation.
Yeah, yeah, it was real. It was real. Like I think everything that Mike is remembering and feeling is like it was so palpable.
yep.
And I think like that's a testament to how connected we were off screen as
Mm.
well, because I think our relationships really showed on screen, like the connectivity we had off screen. But like that moment, like it was so real. It was so real. So yeah, yeah.
And Ronnie, just out of curiosity, we've kind of had a discussion already about kind of like men emotions and things like that, right? If your character was in Starfleet Academy and Bryce was asked,
Mm.
how do you define a Starfleet officer? What would you say in Mike, is the 31st or 32nd century? I can't remember.
32nd.
If you were asked in the 32nd century what a Starfleet officer should be, what do you think you'd say? You're not going,
Uh,
fuck this, man. Like, no more hard questions. I'm done. I'm out. That's it. It's like,
oh no, I actually love the question. It's because it's a deep one. Um,
I tell you, it's quite poignant because in this week's episode of Academy that drops, because I can say it now because this episode is going to go out afterwards. It's the episode with Tilly. So Mary Wiseman is in this episode, and it's very, very close to what this question is. So it'll be interesting to see how you answer it
yeah,
because I know how Tilly answers it.
I used to call her Mary Wise person. Um,
I love it.
uh,
That's brilliant.
I would say uh, to be selflessly loyal. Yeah. Um, because you have to be willing to step into something and not worry about you. There's so many things that we did
Mm.
that were for the betterment of another person and not necessarily ourselves, but to make sure that somebody that we loved, that we knew, that we cared about, was going to be okay. So essentially, an extension of family and being selflessly loyal.
As a person, Ronnie, do you think you meet your own definition of what a good Starfleet officer would be?
Ooh, show.
These are great questions. I I aspire to do that. Um, I'm never one to say or be like, yeah, that's what I do. I think that's a question to ask other people. Um, but that is my hope that the people that I come in contact with, the people that are in my life, that they feel like outwardly loved, acknowledged, appreciated, and considered, because in this world that's so fast paced and can be very self-centered, I feel like, sometimes people could go under the radar. So I try to, I just try to let people know that if they're important to me, that they are. If they've done anything great for me, I want them to know that. So yeah, I try I try to follow that. Whether I do it or not, I don't know. But that's something that I aspire to do, man, is to be selflessly loyal and kind to people, like honestly.
Ronnie, what is Go Get Your Greatness?
Um, Go Get Your Greatness is my brand. This right here.
Oh my God, there it is.
Represent.
We have to put ad now on this podcast, Mike, when we're
Yeah,
advertising it.
But yeah, it's 3GY. But honestly, Go Get Your Greatness is tapping into your full potential of who you are, because I believe that everybody has greatness in them. And everybody's greatness doesn't look the same, but everybody has it in them. And my hope is to be an example and give people permission to go after that very thing. And it's to do it again in kindness, with compassion and empathy, not chopping people down or cutting them down, but building them up. Um, like I think like our words are so powerful, and like, one of the things that I try to really circulate in my mind are the things that I'm saying building people up or breaking them down. And so 3GY essentially is to just build people up, to give them confidence in themselves and the things that they're doing. And you don't have to be an actor. You don't have to be a professional this or professional that. You just have to be a good person, but being as great as you can at whatever it is that you do. Because there's something unique that you offer, and greatness comes in all shapes, sizes, and forms. So yeah, that's what that is.
And how do you go about the movement then, Ronnie? Do you meet with people? Do you have seminars? What is it that you do exactly?
Yeah, well, I'm actually gonna get into the speaking realm of things a little bit more, but I do like a lot of just individual, like one-on-one things, like, or like when I like run into people, I can't help but just want to pour into people, you know what I mean? Because again, like, it's paying it forward. Like Woody said kind things to me that really planted a seed and allowed me to believe in myself. And sometimes, people just need someone to believe in them or see something in them to stoke a fire, to be like, wow, like they see that in me. Like, all right, cool. Like, let me see what I could really do. So I think again, just acknowledgement and just being kind to people, man, because you never know what people are going through either. So I really just try to be that, and just remind people that, yeah, something could be crappy, but you woke up. And if you woke up, it means that there's an opportunity for it to be different than it was yesterday.
If you were to pick one, I'm going to be off now, Ronnie. I'm really sorry. I'm up front going to say this. If you were to pick one
I told you,
sentence,
we're just talking. We're good.
I know. If you were to pick one sentence as your mantra, what would it be? Outside of Go Get Your Greatness, obviously.
Hmm. One saying?
One sentence, one saying, whatever it is, anything. What is that one thing that kind of keeps you going, that keeps you motivated? When times are shit, did you fall back on it?
I mean, like there's just like a bunch like there's verses that I have like there's a verse that says do not be conformed to the things of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Um, and I think that's like Romans 12 too.
Mhm.
And I think there's something powerful about our thoughts, but also even the wording of that, because it speaks about renewing. And it's like, I think everywhere you have to renew like a driver's license or something like that. And if you don't renew it, you can't drive. And for me, is if I don't renew my mind in things that are um, goodness, gentleness, joy, love, patience, kindness, faithfulness, and self-control, I'm in trouble. So like one of the things that I actually pray those I actually pray that I because they call that the fruit of the spirit, like those things that so I actually pray that that is what I can exude. You know what I mean? So I really hope that because like even people, I know people might even have a perception of what a believer might be or how they might think or how they might perceive them. But I hope that like even when people interact with me, that it even changes their understanding of what they thought they understood with how I truly love everybody, man. Like I like like it's like we all bleed, we all feel, like we're all people. Um, so yeah, I think that the renewal of my mind to remind me that I'm not special, um, and that I'm in service of something greater than me, and that means that even when I might not understand somebody to still put forth grace, because I don't know what they're going through. We don't know what people are going through sometime, and I think that's a reminder. Like
Mm.
someone might be a shark because of a phone call that they just got, or like they just got fired from the job, or they got in an argument with their girl. Like you
Yep.
don't know, but if we are proactive in positivity and love, you can. I don't have to take. Jay-Z said something. He said, "What you eat don't make me poop." He said, "Don't make you shit," but I say poop.
Oh God, no, this is a
Oh,
family-friendly
yeah.
podcast, Ronnie. Oh, you
Yeah,
can't be saying that.
and it's true. So I'm like, just because somebody wants to throw fire doesn't mean I have to throw fire back at them.
Mhm.
Like I could be within myself. So that's why like I really try to start my day steeping in those very things: love, joy, peace, patience. Because if someone comes with like sideways, I could take a step back and be like, okay, hold on. Something probably happened. Or like so and then I'll try and make a joke, and if they're not down with it, I'll be like, all right, cool, let me just leave them alone. You know
Yep.
what I mean? They're not there. But it's just knowing that like a lot of times if people are throwing fire, it's a reaction to something. It's not innately who they are. It's a defense mechanism. They're trying to protect themselves, or they just got hurt. They just got hurt. So like any animal that's been hurt, if you come close to them, they're going to try and bite your face off.
It's interesting. It's one of those things, isn't it, that like if you see a physical injury, you know there's something there. But if it's not a physical injury, there's some people doubt that there's anything there at all. Because if you have a smile on your face, everything's fine.
Yep.
Yeah,
And deep
yeah.
down, it can be a very different story. But some people just don't want to take the time to find out.
Listen, and those emotional cuts, injuries, they're a lot worse than the other ones, man, because they're hidden. They're hidden. So,
Ronnie, I think I know the answer to this question already. If you were offered a chance to come back to Star Trek, would you?
oh yeah, no question. Of course. Of course.
We have a question here, the Adam Driver question, we call it. Do you enjoy watching your own work back?
Uh, mm, mm. You know, it's always interesting to watch your stuff because I'm like, I essentially see the stuff that I did a year after I did it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh man, I'm like, would I have done that? Like, done that now? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? You're a different version of yourself when you see yourself, when everybody else sees you. So I'm just like, But it's helpful. It's helpful. Do I like doing it? Meh. I'm just like, meh. Rather not. You know, I'm just like, whatever. Like for other people to watch, I don't need to watch myself. I'm like, okay. But yeah. You know, sometimes I happen to watch it, but I'm just like, I'll walk out of the room and just like, all right.
Quick, grab the newspaper. I'm just going to read this.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh, look at the time. I need to make a cup of tea.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
just
Did you hear that? Did you?
What?
Yeah.
was that the doorbell?
Yeah.
Just took two for a second. Ronnie, here's the awful question I need to ask you.
Okay.
How good of an Irish accent can you do?
Oh my gosh.
Do I need to close my eyes for this, Ronnie? That's my question.
Listen, that's not happening. I don't want to be disliked by my Irish brothers and sisters. Man. Nah, I will not. Even if I think it's good, I'm not going to do it. No way. No. I love you guys too much for that. No, I didn't get rehearsal.
You didn't give him 2 weeks to prep.
I'm an actor, man. I need to rehearse. I need to rehearse this stuff.
Now it's
gosh.
okay. So it's 33 minutes past 8 on Monday, February 23rd. Right, this episode won't go out for like 7 weeks. So Ronnie, you've 7 weeks to prepare something, and we'll freeze frame right here and just slowly bring you in.
Let's
doing
go.
an Irish accent.
I'll prep the heck out of that thing. I'll be ready. I'll be ready, show. I'll be ready for the show. I'll be ready for the show.
What is next for Ronnie Rowe Jr.?
So I actually have a series coming out on the USA Network called Anna Pigeon. Yeah. I play FBI agent that is in close proximity with our lead lady. Yeah, Tracy. She was on Chicago PD actually.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's they haven't officially said when it's going to come out, but I'm thinking like in the summer sometime. So yeah, USA Network and a Pigeon. That's where you can find me. But yeah, that's what I got cooking.
And when do you plan to start doing your speaking things for your Go Get Your Greatness movement?
It's actually in the works. Like I mean, like Wednesday is a thing. Like I'm starting to visit prisons as well. Yeah, like going to speak with inmates and yeah, just connect with people, you know. Again, acknowledgement is everything. So yeah, just it's in the works. It's in the works.
Mike, we've one last question for Ronnie.
We do indeed. Although I think he's probably answered it, but we're
But a
going to
million
ask it
times
anyway.
as well, yeah, 100%.
So, Ronnie Rowe Jr., what does Star Trek mean to you?
Star Trek Discovery or Star Trek on a whole?
As a whole.
As a whole.
Legacy. Family. And I would say establishment, like establishing of my my career in a well-known project. But yeah, Star Trek means a lot. It's really important. I think the stories they tell are so universal, important, and the community and the people that they attract are really special people.
Yeah.
You know, again, the Star Trek conventions have really changed my life. I can't say it enough. The kindness, the uh, the welcoming hearts, the compassion. I think I think I think Star Trek is a home for misfits, and I mean that in the most loving way possible. I feel like anybody that has felt misunderstood
Yeah.
in any way, shape, or form, you don't when you're around other Trekkies. And that's what I mean by that. So I hope I didn't offend anybody because I'm part of that. So
Oh, geez, so am I. Don't you worry, Ronnie,
Aren't we
we're all
all?
part of that.
you know, but yeah, it's honestly a really, I had no idea. I think I wish that everybody could actually experience it, to be quite honest, because I think it would just awaken a different awareness
Mm.
than what they might have. But I thought I knew and I didn't. And then until I actually experienced it, especially in Vegas, I was just like, this is like a 3-4 day event, and it's like, yo, people are coming from all over the world. Like it's
Yep.
it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. And so that's why, like, I make sure anytime, like, and I'm putting that out there, that anytime you guys see me at a booth, like, take as much time as you need, because you give so much time, and you know, it's such a dope thing. Like, you know, people just wanna connect. You know what I mean? Just want to connect and just chop it up, man. I wish I had more time. I wish like the lines weren't as crazy.
You were there in 24, weren't you?
Yeah.
It was Rachel's first Star Trek convention.
Oh man, yeah,
And she
yeah.
was just on the end, on her feet all day, hugging everybody she could. And then by the end of it, she got, I think it was late on Saturday, she turned around and she went, Mike, I don't think I can do much more. And I said, Rachel, I don't know how you've lasted this long.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Because it like, and none of that, it's just so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's an extra day now. It's 5 days now.
Oh my God.
It's Wednesday to Sunday.
And you know what it is? It's because of that whole misfit thing that I spoke about. I'm like, people have so much to give, and this is a place where you can give it. You know what I mean? And so, like, the releases are so, like, potently powerful. Like, yeah, like, it's so hard to explain. Like people be like, yo, what are you talking about? I'm like, you honestly really have to be there to really get the full spectrum of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, truly. My words don't even do it justice, but it's it really is a special thing. So, like, Star Trek, yeah, it's just special. It's special to me. It has a special place in my heart, because of what I've gotten to experience because of it.
Awesome. So, Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us this week. A quick shout out to our wonderful sponsor, the awesome guys over at Cool Water Productions. Cool Waters works behind the scenes with some of the best writers, actors, and creators across film and television. So make sure you check them out. Link is in the video description below.
Cool.
Ronnie, thank you so much for coming on. This has been awesome.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, I'm humbled. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the space and the great conversation. Like, the questions were really really awesome. I didn't even know what to expect, but my heart is full. Like, honestly, I appreciate the space to just, have these conversations and, speak from the heart. So
awesome. Pleasure was ours, Ronnie. Pleasure was ours.
Remember, you can catch up with more of us here at Clonestar Podcast at our website, clonestarpodcast.com, at our Patreon, at all of the socials, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button below. But until next time, be brave, be bold, and boldly go.